Eric, this is a good package of ingredients, and I'm assuming that the PDF is the screenshots of your process. Yes, indeed. It's really useful. It's so believable that I had a hard time. Well, very effective the way that you collage the tree branch onto the over the hammock, and I like this motif. It's nautical. It's ornamental. Uh, and it does seem hand drawn, I guess. Perhaps smaller. I don't know. It seems prominent. Of course, when you add type, things will change. All right, so that kind of covers it for layout. You might consider using the logo that doesn't have the purple box around it, although it doesn't really disturb me here. And what was this box here? Well, I'm looking at screenshots, so let me go back to the original. I'm going to open your Illustrator file next. Okay, Eric, here's your Illustrator file. This is exemplary, just about in every respect. You've embedded your images so I can turn them on or off. You've got things on their own layers, so I isolate them. I would say, and you've also labeled your layers too, which people rarely do. But if you come back to this, perhaps you want to refine this for a portfolio or something. If you come back to this, labeling your layers will certainly make it easier to make changes. I think the contact information, as I might have mentioned earlier, is a little bit big. It can be small, it could even be on its own line. So consider that. And I like that it's flush right. It's nice contrast, I think, to the logo. I mentioned that this could perhaps be smaller. And be careful of the margins, because magazine ads are typically, they are trimmed. Okay, so you might need to move this stuff back as well. Or if they're not trimmed, this edge or this edge falls in what's called the gutter, and information that comes close to it gets lopped off. I think I'll leave it here. I don't want to disturb the composition much, because I think what you've arrived at is good. You might consider adding a silhouette. Well, you have used the silhouette of a branch, but perhaps an object in the foreground would give it just slightly more depth, almost. And typically things in the foreground are blurry, so I don't know what that would be, but it would lead your eye through this beautiful landscape and horizon that you've created. Really nice job. I look forward to seeing how you apply this to the web banner.